Hello! Have you ever wondered what very rich people do with all their money? Today, we will talk about Jeff Bezos, the man who started Amazon. We see him with big rockets and expensive yachts, but what does he do with his billions that no one sees? Let's find out together. Jeff Bezos is one of the richest people on the planet. Many people know him for creating Amazon, the giant online store. They also know about his space company, Blue Origin. We often see pictures of him on big boats or with famous people. This is the public side of his life. It is the part that is easy to see and talk about. He lives a life that most people can only imagine. He owns beautiful houses in many places. He travels the world. These things are often in the news. But this is not the whole story. There is another side to how he uses his money. This other side is much quieter. It is not in the headlines. It involves projects that are not about making more money. Instead, they are about the future. He invests in ideas that might not show results for many years. He puts his money into big problems and long-term goals. One of the most important of these is his charity, the Bezos Day One Fund. He started this fund with $2 billion. It has two main missions. The first is to help families who do not have homes. The second is to create a new kind of school for children in poor communities. These are not small goals. They are big challenges that require a lot of money and time. The first part of the Day One Fund is called the Families Fund. This part gives money to other groups that are already helping homeless families. These groups work hard every day. They provide safe places for families to sleep. They give them food and warm clothes. They also help parents find jobs so they can support their children. The fund looks for organizations that do this work with compassion and creativity. It supports groups that treat families with respect and help them get back on their feet. Each year, the fund gives large amounts of money to dozens of these organizations across the United States. This money helps them expand their work. They can help more families. They can offer better services. This is a very direct way to help people in need. It provides immediate support to those who are struggling. It's about solving a problem right now. Jeff Bezos does not manage these groups himself. He trusts the experts who have been doing this work for years. He gives them the resources they need to make a bigger difference. This is a quiet but powerful way to use his wealth. It doesn't attract a lot of attention, but it changes lives every single day. It gives hope to families when they need it most. This is a part of his work that remains mostly behind the scenes. The second part of the Day One Fund is the Academies Fund. This part is very different. It is not about giving money to other groups. It is about building something new. The fund is creating a network of preschools in communities with low income. These are not ordinary schools. They are based on the Montessori method. This method says that children learn best when they can follow their own interests. The schools are designed to let children explore and discover. The child is the customer. This is an idea that Jeff Bezos used to build Amazon. He believes that if you focus on the customer, everything else will follow. In these schools, the focus is completely on the child. The goal is to build a love of learning that will last a lifetime. The schools are open all year, 5 days a week. They are completely free for the families who attend. This is a huge project. Building schools from nothing is very difficult. It takes a lot of planning and hard work. The fund has to find locations, build the schools, and hire great teachers. The vision is to create a model that other people can copy. If these schools are successful, they could show a new way to think about early education for all children. This is a long-term investment. The results will not be seen for many years when these children grow up. Beyond charity, Jeff Bezos invests in ideas that are about the very distant future. One of the most interesting projects is called the Clock of the Long Now. He has given over $40 million to help build this clock. It is not a clock for your wrist or your wall. This clock is huge. It is being built deep inside a mountain in Texas. It is designed to work for 10,000 years. It should keep accurate time for all those centuries with very little human help. The clock is a mechanical wonder. It is powered by the changes in temperature between day and night. It is made of special metals that will last for a very long time. Why build such a thing? The clock is a symbol. It is meant to make people think about the future. We live in a world that changes very fast. We think about today, this week, or maybe next year. We rarely think about what the world will be like in 100 years. It is almost impossible to imagine the world in 10,000 years. The clock is an invitation to try. It encourages long-term thinking. It asks us to be better ancestors. By building something that will last longer than our own civilization, it forces us to consider our responsibility to future generations. This is not an investment for profit. It is an investment in an idea. Another area of quiet investment for Jeff Bezos is in health and longevity. He has put a lot of money into a company called Altos Labs. This company has a very ambitious goal. It wants to understand and reverse the process of aging. The scientists at Altos Labs are studying how our cells get old. They are looking for ways to reprogram our cells to make them young again. This sounds like science fiction, but it is based on real scientific breakthroughs. The company has hired some of the best scientists in the world, including Nobel Prize winners. Their work is very secret. They don't talk much about their research. The goal is not necessarily to help people live forever. It is more about extending the number of years that people are healthy. As we get older, we are more likely to get sick with diseases like cancer, heart disease, or Alzheimer's. Altos Labs wants to find ways to prevent these diseases by tackling aging itself. If they can keep our cells healthy and young, we might be able to avoid these problems. This is a huge scientific challenge. It could take decades to see any results. It is a big risk, but if it succeeds, it could change human life in a fundamental way. This is another example of a long-term bet on a big problem. Finally, Jeff Bezos is using his money to help protect the planet. He is one of the biggest private landowners in the United States. He owns vast areas of land, especially in West Texas. Much of this land is used for his space company, Blue Origin. His rockets launch from there. But the land is not just for rockets. He is also using his property for conservation. He is working to restore the natural environment. He is protecting rivers and making sure they have clean water. He is helping to bring back native plants and animals. This is a quiet, personal project. It does not get much public attention. In addition to his own land, he has also created the Bezos Earth Fund. This is a $10 billion fund to fight climate change. The fund gives money to scientists, activists, and organizations that are working to protect the environment. It supports projects that are developing new technologies for clean energy. It also helps to protect forests and oceans. This is his biggest charitable commitment. It shows that he is thinking about the health of the planet for future generations. From helping homeless families to building a 10,000-year clock, and from fighting disease to protecting the Earth, Jeff Bezos is using his billions in ways that most of us never see.